Welcome everyone to Life on Resorts, looking back on the month of September and what's coming up in the near future. Halloween is upon us, and Swifty shows us how much goes into programming the sound for showtime. At Five Lakes, you'll find Lawrence working not only under the stage but also above it to make sure the sets look spectacular. We'll take a look back at some of the sensational weather we've been having. And if you enjoyed the walk around Five Lakes with Tony, then we have a sneak peek of his recent visit to Hopton-on-Sea. There'll be laughs, there'll be beautiful blue eyes, and there'll be Thomas, of course. Plus, we will remind you of the fun in store on both resorts when the Potters Theatre Company present their Halloween Spooktacular. It's all coming up on Life on Resorts. The month of September has given us some record temperatures here on the East Coast at Hopton-on-Sea. But even though it is idyllic outside, in the Atlas Theatre, there's a chill in the air as we join Swifty programming the sound for the Potters Theatre Company Spooktacular. Here we find Richard Swift.
Hello.
Working busily away on Halloween.
Yay!
What are you doing, Swifty?
All right, how are you?
I'm good. What are we actually doing today?
We are building the session.
Pardon?
We are building.
Wait, what?
We are building.
Do you know someone on sound that could turn it down a bit? Do you know which one of those does that? Which one of these buttons turns it? Can I experiment? Oh, I wasn't gonna do that one. I was gonna do. Oh no, that was main left and right. There you go. Main left and right used to be stereo. Why is it only one mono side now?
It is stereo.
People want to know these things, Swifty.
It is still stereo.
Okay, go on then. Tell me what we're doing. Hang on. Hang on. Right. I'm not a professional. It was all analog in my day. Tell me what we're doing.
We are building the session for the Halloween show this year.
Okay, so we're building a session. Explain that is, again, every track has a mix.
Yes.
Okay.
So we make a list of all the songs in the show.
Beautifully presented. Did you used to work on QVC? Do that again. We're building a...
We are making a list.
Look at that wrist.
Of all the songs in the show.
Yes.
Plus vocal ons and vocal offs.
Oh, okay. That means whether they get muted or not, the
Yeah.
mic packs. Okay.
So when we reach a certain time, which is what I'm trying to work out now,
Yes.
certain time of the medley,
Yes.
that wants to fire.
Okay. How long, I know it depends on how complicated each track is, but how long do you reckon it takes you per song to build one of those scenes?
Well, at the minute, I'm just doing the very end of each song. So I skip to the end of a song, and then I know the timing for when I want the vocal mic to turn off.
Right.
And then we know the timing of the next song. So let's say Dead Ringer for Love, we want that to fire at the right time.
Yes.
So I work out that time, and then I go vocal on. What time do I want the vocal to come
And
back
explain
on?
why it's so important for vocal on and vocal off. What happens if you don't do that?
If you don't do it, you won't hear them.
And?
Someone will come out with the microphone and it won't be on.
And if you don't turn it off,
It will stay on. They'll go backstage and they'll
they get changed.
down, and they'll be like,
They may say, get me a blummin' drink, or words
Yes.
to that effect.
Yeah.
Or the guy on sound is a nincompoop.
Yeah, that's-
Or
that's
words
a lot.
to that effect. And when it comes to nincompoops, that's a word you cannot use to describe the legend that is Thomas. Here we see him working on the stage with Martin. That's right, Martin on Grindr. Something he thought he'd never do, and something I thought I'd never ever say. What's working on?
Well, we're replacing the boards on the stage
Why are we replacing the boards, Tom?
because they look like that.
They're damaged.
They're damaged like that.
Okay.
And they've been well worn out.
Okay, because people keep dancing on them.
That's it. Yeah.
Even you've danced on that stage, Tom.
I have.
In the Potters Theatre School.
I did,
How
yeah.
old were you when you started?
Can't remember.
You didn't have a beard then, did you?
11.
I'm loving this kind of Wolverine look, Tom.
Thank you.
Very masculine. Anyway, here's Beth. And Beth was looking even lovelier than normal, all dressed up for a photo shoot I was doing for the brochure. Pictures of her, Faye, Joe, Matty, and Twitch were needed, but that didn't stop Thomas wanting his picture taken, and Dave, who's never shy of the camera. Even though he looks scary, he's actually a sweetheart, because he's responsible for making all of these handmade wooden ornaments, from wands to unicorn horns yarn bowls, Christmas trees, and snowmen. I'll show you how he makes them next month when, believe it or not, we'll be talking Christmas.
Who is the manufacturer of this wonderful piece of equipment?
This here is a Digico. This is
Digico.
A Quantum 338. It's new.
A Quantum 338, very new. Where would we see? Is this kind of desk they use in the West End of London?
This is exactly the sort of thing they would use in big theatres,
Right.
arena shows, all of that, festivals, Glastonbury.
Are you happy for your pay grade that you are always asked to provide this equipment yourself as part of the job? Because this cost you a fortune, didn't it?
Yeah, this cost me £8.
You sold your house just to buy this to be able to do the job?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to bring it in to me.
Do you bring it in every day?
Yeah.
Okay, and everything is still, we've talked about this before, everything is touchscreen. You've still got some knobs and faders that you can use. But the idea is you simplify it as much as possible so there's continuity. So if you're not on sound one night and someone else is, when the show is running, every time a song begins, there is a patch that is brought in that sets up at least the basics of it, which then they can tweak
the idea
live.
Is, in an ideal world, we'll get to the top of the show, it's introduced, I hit go, this runs, and I can sit back and just enjoy the show.
Until, through the whole?
Basically, that's what we aim for.
But that doesn't happen.
No.
And what are the variables that stops that happening, Richard Swift?
All sorts. Sometimes depth singers, depth musicians, so you've got that to take into account.
Yeah.
And then you've got the room itself. If it's rowdy, crank it all up a little bit. Which means tweaking a little bit more here and
Watching
there.
those dBs though.
Always.
Yeah.
Always got my eye on it.
Yeah, this is the decibel reader, which is currently, the room is empty, and the air conditioning just on its own in a quiet room is around 56 dB.
Yes.
That is, so that's before you turn any microphone on.
Yeah.
We're at 56, and what can we legally get to? Is around what? Well, you tell me. What are we aiming for as an average?
So I'd say, for me, I would go for midweek. We're looking 88, 89 dB on average for the show.
That sounds loud until you take away 57, 58 from an empty room. So it's only 30 dB of audio.
There's not loads of room to play with, to be honest. Before it's like, oh, that's too loud. You're right on the tipping point.
And before the show starts, and just the ambience of the room itself with the air conditioning on is probably pushing 65 dB. Yeah. So you've got 15 dB to play with.
If you make it really quiet, you lose that energy and the vibe of it. So you're trying to balance of getting the oomph to it, but also not taking everyone's heads off.
And that's the benefits of a quality PA. You feel the music, there's power in it without it being volume. It's more frequencies and the way it moves the air. Is that right?
Much.
Okay. And it's the most annoying thing in your job is being stopped by an irritating interview that gets in the way of your scheduling.
Time now for a new face for many of you. This is Twitch.
So I've been in the industry for many years.
How many years?
A lot.
How many years? How many years?
How old are you? 15 to 20.
Wow.
And I've seen a lot of things. But at one point I've heard a lot of things. And the guy behind the camera is a guy called Nigel. I was going to call it. Why did I make an M sound for Nigel?
Oh my God.
And I will say.
I was very worried at this point.
The best voice, narrating voice I have ever heard.
And have you heard a few?
I've heard, a good few of my friends are professional voiceover artists.
Wow.
The best voice. And I was...
Stephen Malcolm.
And I'm sure you all agree with me.
Thank
you very much. I've got beautiful blue. Look how blue
Oh my God. That's literally...
Was that your card? Thank you very much.
Well... All I can say is that happens to be the greatest compliment anyone's ever given me. But for the truth, let's go to Maddie.
I was actually going to say the same thing. It is true.
But you know I don't talk like that. This is my normal voice. You can all do it. If I said to you, Joe, OK, Joe, I want you to say, right, I'm going to go and do the bowls presentation.
In your M&S voice.
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay.
This isn't just bowls presentation. This is Marks & Spencer's bowls presentation.
I'm now going to go...
No, the good voice.
Not Lidl.
The phone voice.
The phone voice.
So now I'm going to go and do the bowls presentation for the bowlers in the arena.
Beth, this isn't just food.
This is the visuals from the shop.
With a mouthful. This isn't just food. This isn't just food.
This isn't just any lunch. This is Bushel's bakery lunch.
Oh, that's good.
Good plug. Good
Matty,
plug.
pressure's on.
This isn't just any Hoover. This is a Hoover that hasn't worked for months. No battery.
Get it in the bin.
I can't get it on!
Oh! Right. Martin is under the stage, Tom.
Stage.
Either that or he's a really short guy.
There's not a lot of space under there.
Thomas is not wrong. It is very cramped down there, but I trusted him with my phone so he could show us what Martin was actually dealing with.
Oh, I see.
Is it catching on the track?
Yeah.
Here's hoping Facebook and YouTube don't pick up on the background music.
If you can close it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
You're going to do some work now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just see how.
What?
Gonna go to the stage controls.
You're going to close the stage?
We're gonna shut that trap door.
Okay. It's exciting, isn't it? Hang on. What we got?
These are stage controls here. So
Okay.
we have stage right, centre stage, and stage left.
Okay.
Right. Trap door closing.
Can you do the sound effect, Tom? Very good. Did sound like you're having a wee. So you're closing it so Martin can see where it's catching.
Stop. 1 second.
God, it's exciting. It's like a proper run and gun documentary.
Yes. Yeah.
Is he trapped inside the trap door?
Thomas with power tools. What could possibly go wrong?
Loosen it. Run it again.
Oh, you never stop, do you, Tom?
Opening.
He's opening.
I will understand if you go and make a cup of tea at this point.
Trap door is opening. I do believe he's fixed it. And we couldn't have done it without the help of the professional that is Thomas.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Further south down at Five Lakes, the technical crew were also repairing staging, and it was down to Lawrence, ahead of tech, to make sure that these stage risers were safe.
Oh, hello.
Oh, I get everywhere, Nige.
So, can I ask what you're doing, Lawrence?
I had a bit of a heavy night, Nige. I'm just,
Is this where you've spent the night?
yeah.
Is this where you hide
I'm spring back into
to
action.
get out of work?
I'm just making sure our set is lovely and secured for our girls in heels, you see.
You're doing a risk assessment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good, solid. I think we're all right.
Oh, is that what you have to do?
Yeah.
The good old knock test, yeah. So Lawrence happy with the safety of those risers, and he'll also be checking out all of the Halloween props, the sets and scenery that are about to be brought out of storage one more time. And if you've been to either resort over the Halloween period, you know that we go over the top with decorations. Both the Glade Theatre and the Atlas Theatre are treated to a makeover. Lots of gravestones and coffins and lots of fake cobwebs. Skulls and spiders adorn both venues. Here we can see the Atlas Theatre being prepped ready for Halloween. Some incredible scenery. Tech do a wonderful job of getting it ready in time. There's skeletons everywhere, as you can see. And our favourite, the electric chair, will be out once again, no doubt. And in the evening, when the lights come on, there's a real transformation. What an entrance. Back at Five Lakes, the team are very busy rehearsing and teching the Halloween show. A lot of time and effort is put into something that is only seen a few times. But if you get a chance to see Halloween at either resorts, you know you're in for a treat. There are similarities on both resorts and similar maintenance. One of Tech Crew's jobs is to maintain the stage, obviously, on both resorts, but the Atlas Theatre stage is a lot older than the Glade Theatre, in which case we can see Martin, Thomas and Dave replacing the panels on that stage. It is time they are renewed, but they first have to remove the carpet on the underside. That's right, carpet is used to deaden the sound, and we recycle that carpet. Nothing goes to waste, so it gets removed and glued to the next panel. So here we can see Thomas on the left and Martin on the right. A little bit of a different technique, and it looks like Thomas is pushing ahead. I think he used to be a sheep shearer. It's a laborious process, and this is only one panel of many they will need to do. It's a job that takes hours, so I think we need a little bit of a time lapse. Only halfway through the first of many panels, and Thomas has to stop for a Diet Coke break. Seriously, how many cans, Thomas? We really have been blessed on both resorts with the weather this September, and there's been so much to do outside in this beautiful sunshine. And as we approach autumn, we're reminded of how incredible the seasons are. And no matter what the weather, there is always so much to do on either resort. Which is exactly what Tony discovered when he shared with us his trip to Five Lakes recently. And if you haven't seen that, here is a short extract.
This is the Potters Theatre Company. I've heard so much about them, and they've got their own state-of-the-art theatre here. The tech crew have let us in for a sneaky peek of tonight's show. There's a different show every night here. So within my package, you could see 4 different shows. Come take a look. There's not a bad seat in the house. So this is the indoor sports park. This is shuffleboard. I've never tried that before. It's fun. But also here, as you can see, table tennis, badminton, bowls, snooker, billiards. They've even got dartboards. Literally anything you could want to do when the weather's not so great outside, or even it is.
Well, in the last few days, Tony has shared his video experience of Hopton-on-Sea. That video is coming soon, so look out for it. But in the meantime, here is just a sneak peek.
So this is a history room. I've just been watching the video, and this is one of the original huts. The resort's been around for over 100 years, and they're very proud of their heritage. There's some great memorabilia here. The old brochures. There's even a check here from 1964. Very interesting. Here you can see some of the many awards that they've won over the past 100 years. And that's the trophy for Holiday Centre of the Year. This is the Atlas Theatre, home of the Potters Theatre Company. They've allowed me in for a little sneaky peek. I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard so much about the shows here. Wow, look at this for a venue. Up on the right is a space for a live band, which is really rare these days. I'm looking forward to seeing that. The special effects and the stage looks West End standard. It's beautiful. I've heard that they've spent millions on the technology and the productions of their stage performances here. Apparently they hold London editions to find the best talent to come and work here at Potters. The evening entertainment and the shows are the highlight of many people's breaks. Just look at the quality of this equipment. You can really see the amount of investment that Potters have put into this.
Carry on, Richard, as if we're not here.
Oh God, I need to work out where I was.
Is this because you have a cold at the moment, or do you sweat profusely?
It's comfort. When you're there, riding the mics, you sort of, ooh,
okay, well don't do that.
Stretch out
I
regularly.
love these fingers. Do that again. Oh, you've done this for a while, haven't you? Okay, let me see you twiddle your knobs.
Hold on.
He sings as well. What a voice.
Oh no, it carries on there, doesn't it?
He knows what he's doing.
So now we know Dead Ring of Love starts at 11:12. So we can pop that in. Oh, pop that in.
Do you have to clean that screen often?
Yeah.
Little grubby fingerprints all over.
Yeah. You get all sweaty during the show, don't you? Like,
well, what you get up to up here is your own business, mate.
It was so great to see Busby Allen, the legend that is Buzz, back on resort recently. Dressed, of course, in bright yellow. He was in the gallery lounge catching up with many of the team. So many people wanted to drop by and say hi, and he was looking really well and in great spirits. Can't wait to see more of him on resort.
Where am I? Better hell.
Halfway through the show?
Just over halfway, I
Just
reckon.
and so okay.
Oh, further.
Well, I'm going to leave you to it, Richard Swift.
Get in there.
Your friends call you Swifty?
They do, yeah.
I'll leave you to it, Richard Swift. If I can just get those legs in, Tom.
What with Thomas's legs and Swifty's film star looks, I think if we're not careful, we're on for a charity tech crew calendar this Christmas. Not nude, obviously.
Wow. If I get this moment of Joe falling down the stairs in heels. Yeah. Right. Have to go, Tom. Remember.
Like, comment and subscribe.
You could so easily think that this footage was taken in July or August of this year instead of September. In fact, it was so hot, Henry forgot himself and slipped back into his normal voice.
I'm too hot, Nigel. I didn't know you were a Brummie, Henry. Yeah? Whereabouts you from? I come from Wolverhampton. Hey! Got the guns out, Brian. Working on the tan. Twitch, it's me, the voiceover guy. You sexy blue-eyed Viking. Don't be afraid. Lost in a mood, Beth. Alright. Faye, why are you sat here on your own?
I made a funny smell. So I moved away so they don't know it was me.
That strange smell is Faye.
As promised, we'll finish with some clips from the Halloween Spooktacular. Footage from both resorts, Five Lakes and Hopton-on-Sea, sharing the stage here. And wherever you get to see the show, you're in for a fun-filled, frightfully good time. Take it away!
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it for this month. We shall see you on the next one, and don't forget
to like and subscribe.
Thanks, Thomas. We'll see you on the next Life on Resorts.